Hey, good Monday evening, everyone. It's 21 News Chief Meteorologist Eric Wilhelm here. It's the video we call Weather for Weather Geeks. This is the Valley's most detailed, in-depth, nerdy, geeky weather video. We're going to focus on, of course, what's going to happen this week, but wanted to spend a moment reviewing the weekend and talking about what happened today, temperature-wise. Here's a look at the approximate snow depth across the region. You notice, I was highlighting all last week how this box right here, this is going to be where the toughest forecasts were, and that did indeed come to fruition over the weekend with our snow event. A lot of tough forecasts from East Liverpool to Wheeling, Steubenville, Pittsburgh, back to Columbus. Look at this snow hole around Columbus. Heavy snow to the west, heavy snow to the east, and Columbus was kind of in a rip-off zone. So there were challenges out there for sure with the weekend storm. I wanted to show you this graphic in case you missed this earlier on today. Our snowstorm started out as a fairly wet snow on Saturday and made even heavier by the rain and the sleet that occurred in some spots. But then, of course, overnight, as the temperatures plunged, it became much fluffier, dustier, and easy to blow around in what we call kind of high ratio snow. That's when the snow to liquid ratios get up to 15 or even 18 to 1. In other words, an inch of rain would equal about 15 or 18 inches worth of snow. Well, if our ratios, if you say our average ratio over the weekend was, let's just say for argument's sake, it was 12 to 1. Started out maybe 8 to 10 to 1, finished at 15 to 18 to 1, say maybe 12 to 1 is an average. Well, that's the weight on your roof would probably be, in the middle here, probably about 5 pounds per square foot. And if you have a 1,500 square foot roof with a foot of snow on it, then you end up with probably about 7,000 pounds or so worth of snow on your 1,500 square foot roof. Most roofs can withstand 20 pounds per square foot. Someone even mentioned on Twitter that codes these days are more like 30 pounds per square foot. So, this isn't the kind of stuff that's going to cause a lot of issues with collapsed roofs and that sort of thing. Roofs? But it was plenty of snow, that is for sure. Here's the final snow map that we put out at about 12:45 in the afternoon on Saturday. We had to make some adjustments Saturday morning, of course, as a result of the mixed precipitation and rain, not only coming farther north than expected, but lasting longer than expected in the afternoon and evening. And so we took amounts down in central Columbiana County, southern Columbiana County. This was the right move, of course. Amounts down here were noticeably lower. But I'll tell you, the rest of the region, forecast worked out pretty well. In fact, we had some overachievers out there. Some places had 13, 14 inches. This was a tough snowstorm to measure because we had some compaction in some spots with the mixed precipitation. And, of course, we had a lot of drifting going on Sunday. So, this wasn't the easiest storm to, get the most accurate measurements with. But overall, I'm pretty happy with where our final snow map ended up. Now, there was a lot of gnashing of teeth and consternation and a lot of darts being thrown online, a lot of keyboard warriors out there Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, because, it was raining and it was sleeting a little bit longer than we bargained for, and it came a little farther north than we bargained for, but I kept telling people, hey, we've got 12 or 14 hours left in this storm. Hang in there, be patient, and indeed, we got a lot of snow across the region Saturday night. All right, this morning, it was cold. It was our coldest morning of the season so far. We hit 1 at the airport where the sky was clear all night. Out towards I-71, it was quite a bit colder. Mansfield at -9, Columbus at -3, and Zanesville at -5. Locally, some backyards did touch 0, including down towards southern Columbiana County. I think we'll be a little bit colder than this tomorrow morning. Now, as I recorded this at about 7:12 p.m., we had a smattering of school adjustments already for Tuesday morning. Combination of a lot of back roads, side roads are still not in good shape. Combination of that and the wind chills tomorrow morning, leading to some school adjustments. Don't forget, you can get the complete list anytime, WFMJ.com, and head over to the Storm Tracker 21 app as well. When you open the app, if you just scroll down a little bit, there's a link to the school adjustments right there on the Storm Tracker 21 app. All right, we have wind chill advisories off to our west, but none locally and none across western PA. It's a borderline situation for the Weather Service tonight. I could see where they extend these wind chill advisories a little bit. I could see where they don't issue one. I think it's a real borderline situation. It doesn't really matter either way. The numbers will be the same, whether there's an advisory or not. These were the air temperatures as of 7:12. It's cold outside, and again, I think we'll see about 3 below overnight tonight. And the wind chills, well, We're not looking at much wind overnight. In fact, yeah, it's going to be calm a lot of the night, but a little bit of a 4 or 5 or 6 mile per hour breeze will be just enough to knock the wind chills down a little bit. And so I think tomorrow morning there can be wind chills at least a handful of degrees below zero, perhaps even 10 below in some spots. But tomorrow is going to be a real transitional day, a real frigid start to the day. But in the afternoon, market improvement. I mean, despite an increase in clouds, I think we'll make a run at 30 towards sunset tomorrow evening. That's still below average, but 30 is a lot better than the teens. So we will take it. Now, tomorrow night, this begins to be a little bit tricky. Believe it or not, we have rain on the way. Late tomorrow night, heading into the day on Wednesday. Now, when this rain arrives, probably sometime between 2 and 5 a.m., air temperatures will be sneaking above freezing. They may not be much above freezing, maybe like 32 to 34. That's the air temperature measured at 2 meters height. But the ground, objects, your deck, railings, your car, all those things are still going to be pretty cold as a result of sitting in an Arctic air mass for a few days. And so I am concerned about the rain freezing on some objects and maybe on the ground for a time early Wednesday. I mean early, probably before daybreak. That's something we'll be keeping a close eye on. But even if we have some problems early Wednesday, by Wednesday afternoon, I've got a high of 43 in the forecast. It's going to be a mild day, but it is going to be a rainy day. And with this rain going over the snowpack, there could be quite a bit of fog during the rain on Wednesday. Now, watch what happens Wednesday evening and overnight into Thursday morning. The colder air returns, and I think we probably do see a transition over to some wet snow. This may occur before midnight Wednesday night into Thursday morning, and then the snow will taper off by daybreak on Thursday. I do not think this is a lot of snow, but I suspect there can be 1 to 3 inches worth of snow out of this. Again, this is from late Wednesday evening through the overnight. Here's a look at our model spread right now. Clustering right here of about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if we got a couple of inches of wet snow out of this. And here comes the cold again at the end of the week. I have 15 for a high Friday, 0 for a low Friday night. These will be accompanied by some pretty nasty wind chills. And the weekend will be cold, but a little more uneventful than this past weekend. Now, I think there will be some light snow or some flurries around this weekend, but no blockbuster snow events. All right, we've got deep purple on this map in the 6 to 10 day period. High chances. In fact, it's a mortal luck that we're going to see below average temperatures during this 6 to 10 day period. This will probably be the coldest stretch of the winter so far, and maybe it'll be the overall coldest stretch of the winter when all is said and done. And the 8 to 14 day outlook is not much better. We've been talking about this for a long time now, and this is part of our original winter forecast put out at the beginning of November. Winter, the tail end of it, the last third of it, if you will, end of January into February would be when winter really shows its teeth, and that seems to be coming to fruition. Will this come with a bunch of snow? Well, it's a little too early to say on that, but we've got plenty of cold air coming our way at the end of January and into February. Thanks for watching tonight's weather for Weather Geeks. Hope you have a great Monday night, and I'll see you same time, same place on Tuesday.